And again, thank you to everyone that have logged in. Again, as usual, my name is Olayomi Koiki. We're looking at the new Dji Osmo. We're going to be having a bit of a review, and also it's going to be a big journey with this new kit. So a lot has been said about it, but I myself will not be using it, so I'll be giving you daily or weekly information about this new device that we've just acquired, that will make a bit more difference to what we are doing, as all the information and the news we bring into you frequently. So this is going to be, as you can see, I'm sure you can look at it properly. This is going to be something that will be doing most of the job now. We're still going to be using the mobile phone because, as you can see, this is just on its own. This came in yesterday, and it took my son and myself a bit of time to, and it's something that is like a training. So with this new gadget, I'll have to kind of retrain myself in terms of understanding its usefulness. This can do quite a lot, as small as it is. If you Google that, or if you want to follow me on Facebook and YouTube, I'm running this program on YouTube as well. So we will have this daily blog on a day-to-day. When I go out now, this is what I'll be using in conjunction with my phone. But we're going to go through it, bit by bit. Thank you everyone that have logged in. Thank you for those that are watching on YouTube, and also those that are watching on Facebook. Firstly, we would like to say a big appreciation to those that believe in what we are doing, and we cannot say a big thank you firstly to the networks of friends and families. Without you, this little kit, these about depending on where you're buying it from, it goes up to £500, but that is just on its own. It comes with a lot of other kits as well. As you can see, this is a Rode microphone. That's a 4K camera that could spin. I'm going to switch it on in about a few minutes. That could spin 360 degrees. That could zoom in and out. So if I'm sure a lot of you have been following what I've been doing in the past, you will notice the difference of what we're going to be doing now, because with this new kit, it will give us, it's like a stabilizer. So I'm not going to be using the video camera on the iPhone that I was actually using. If a lot of you are not aware, the iPhone has been doing all my video posts from every video you've been watching, live streaming through the Facebook. I've been using the iPhone 6 Plus. But what this will be doing now, will enhance the production, the quality, the picture is 4K and HD camera. It could go 360 degrees, and also the sound will be better from what you're going to be listening to now. We can also zoom in and out, so that means I could zoom into wherever, whatever location of depending on the event. And the good thing is there won't be any movement with the mobile phone, because what this will actually be doing is I'm going to switch it on now, and then we'll start connecting the bit of this new kit. This, like I said, on its own is about £500, but it's not the end of it, because it comes as well with extras. As you all know, when you buy a car, you still have to add bit and bit. but these will do a lot. You will notice that along the line with the new video post that we'll be doing now. I will be at an event later on this evening at the City Hall, so we hope to try it out, and we want the audience, like I did say to you, we need feedback, and some of the feedback was what actually generated these. But before I start this video blog, and this video blog will come in frequently now, especially we can train a lot of people with these. By the time we are able to use it, we can then maybe start thinking of raising a bit of fund to be able to acquire more, and then we take it down to Nigeria, and we can empower a lot of people with these. Trust me, if you go on YouTube alone and you're able to type in Dji Osmo, the view alone on that, with maybe the minimum person is about close to 100,000 viewers, and what that means is that 100,000 viewers could turn someone in Nigeria with this kit. As long as they're using it properly, they're doing the right video, they don't even have to have a Wi-Fi, because it comes with an SD card on its own as well. If you, okay, let's switch it on. It's just coming on now. I've got to release all the lock. As you can see, I've done a bit of recording on it as well, so I'm still getting used to it myself. Like I said, this alone is like going to school. Maybe I was hungry yesterday with no food in my stomach. When I just got it, the anxiety, my son opened the package, and as you can see, it's booting up now. It's a 4K camera with an HD. This is a very powerful device. It's 500 pounds. It's going to go a long way. But firstly, before I go into it, I would like to give a good thank you and kudos to some of the community leaders that made this happen. A lot of people have been getting in touch with me. How can we assist? How can we help you to bring out the best of Africa, not just Nigeria, the best of Africa from what you're doing? And I say, well, I've been looking at some of the kits and gadgets, as a tech person as well. I do a lot of hardware installation and software. I used to have a shop in 2014, so I'm a computer guru as well in my own little bit. So I do computer with my cousin Olayomi. We both have a shop that we were running in 2014. And I've been looking at this device for a very long time. But as you know, if you're working hard and the income is not coming in the way you wanted it, 500 pounds could be a lot. It might be something chicken change to some people, but 500 pounds is a lot to people that are just doing their own little bit to bring the best for you. So what I've been doing is, in the last year and year in and out, because Nigeria diaspora, we are not funded. We're just even up to the travel card, we're not funded. So it's quite hard, but we were getting there. And I said to my director, how can we get this device, to enhance what I'm doing? And he said, well, we will definitely make it happen. And as you can see, firstly, I would like to say a big thank you to Dr. Abe Akioshun. Thank you very much. We're grateful. It might be little, it might be big, but you've actually added value to what we're going to be doing. The community are grateful for you, and I'm sure as every time I'm using this out there and you are watching it, remember to also say big thank you, and remember this particular gentleman on your prayer, because he was part of what made this happen. We would also like to say a very big thank you to Chief Bimbo for Lion. He believes in the project, he believes in what we are doing, and he said to me, Olayomi Koiki, you're doing great in the community, but we will definitely enhance and support. And the support you're looking at in front of me is about 500 pounds with more extras coming in. as time goes, because it's going to have the lighting and all that. It's already on at the moment. I will, as you can see, the camera is, as you can see there. I could pull it to myself. I could move it back to you. Right? So we would like to say a very big thank you to Chief Bimbo Olayomi. If you, we can only be very grateful for your support and love for Nigeria diaspora. Everyone is doing their bit, don't get me wrong, but like I said, this device is £500. It's a lot of money, but Dr. Abe Akioshun, Chief Bimbo Olayomi, and also Dr. Dji Osmo, we would like to say a very big thank you to you as well. You also made this possible. We're grateful. We would also like to say a big thank you to Prince Omoba. I call him Prince Omoba. You know, he's been there to support all the time, as a big uncle, as a brother. And these are people that call me and say, how can we support? And I said, well, I don't need money, but I need something that could bring the better picture, you know, to compete with all the other big media organizations out there, so that we can give quality of service, you know, to the audience. And this came in a post only yesterday, as you can see. Like I said, it could go up to 360 degrees. And the last person I would like to say big thank you to is the CEO, Nigeria Diaspora, Toibudin Oduniyi. I wish this came in before the son's birthday. We did everything possible, but you know, delivery sometimes could be a little bit of... his son had a very beautiful traditional wedding. I'm sure a lot of you saw that video. Imagine if I had this on that night, it would have made a big impact. But let's put that to one side. As you're watching that bit of... Okay, I think I'll have to hold it because, you know, I thought I had something bigger to put it. I'm still... You know, this is just another small studio, you know, that I'm building. But we will do something better with this new kit. It's called the Dji Osmo. It's a very powerful kit. Like I said, it might take me 6 months. It might take me 1 year to understand the usefulness of it. You can do a normal video shoot without connecting it through the Wi-Fi with your phone. But for someone like me that does a lot of video blog and brings in a lot of events from outdoor, I'll be using it with my mobile phone. I'm going to connect that in a minute. And the way that works is the phone will be connected to that as an attachment, locked in properly, so there won't be any... It's a stabilizer, so you won't get no movement anymore. The only thing that will be doing the video recording will be the camera from, as you can see there. It's going to take me a while to understand it myself, but this, as you can see, it goes 360 degrees. You can zoom in as well. You can go up, as you can see, and I could go down as well. So what this new kit will be doing is it's going to add value. It's going to add something different to what you've been watching. You know, we're going to be trying that out tonight. We've got you know, the C4B having an event. It's a network event at City Hall at London Bridge. If you want to come down, you might want to register. It's a free event on Eventbrite, but it's taking place 6:30 this evening. So we plan to use these tonight to be able to see how we're going to start making the usefulness of it. But once more, I would like to say a big thank you also to all the fans out there that have been supporting sharing the video. You know, we're bringing to you different events, but like I said, this is something that came in post yesterday. I'll be doing a video blog of it every day to tell you the way it's been working. I tried it yesterday, but it was just a little bit, but maybe because I was tired. I'm still getting to understand the way it works. Also comes with a beautiful bag, but also we'll be upgrading the bag as well. And then it comes with a tripod. I still find this very difficult to even open, but I think I have to still read the manual. But the most important thing is we will connect it with the phone now. We'll show you a little bit of, you know, the difference. I've already downloaded the apps. You need to have the apps on your phone. So what would happen is I'll show you the apps. So the apps will work. That is the apps loading there for you. So what the apps does is the apps is just giving you the screen so that you're able to see what you're doing in terms of whether you're, you know, covering an event. But this also comes with a 62-bit memory card. So that means you can record without going on the internet, and then you can upload that as well. So this is the way, you know, the apps is going to be coming up. But I need to connect that to with the internet. So I need to change. When you switch it on, when you download the apps, for someone that also will be buying these, you need to download the apps. When you download the apps, then you will see the connection that tells you Osmo. You click on that. Then when you click on that, the password for that is just 1234 1234. Let's hope the connection with that is coming. I've been reading a little bit of review as well. The connection for the Wi-Fi sometimes, you know, is a bit low, but I don't know why. Maybe I still have to, like I said, this is going to take a long time for me to understand myself. So what you're looking at there now, it says the Dji Osmo. Sorry, I'm transmitting on YouTube as well, but it's already connected now. So as you can see, it's telling us ready. So if I click on that, it tells me all the Dji Osmo, and then okay, it's picked it now. So what you're looking at now, that means it's telling me it's ready. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to connect that with the phone. So continue. So now I've got a signal on my phone. For those of you, as you can see, so I've got a signal now on the phone. So what I need to do now, I need to unlock the device. Gotta unlock that way, so that I can attach the phone with it. And we'll do it because I'm already live on Facebook, so I'll just do a video recording and we play it back and we can have a look. So that goes together. Okay, it looks like maybe the battery is flat, but let me connect it first and see. Okay, so that goes that way, and then you push that until you get. Okay, so as you can see, like I was telling you, it's firm. So instead of me using my hand or the other what I've been using, you can. This is the other thing I've been using in the past, so you can see that there's a big difference. So what I've been using in the past is I've got my phone attached. That's if I have to do, you know, if I have to hold the phone. I've always been using these old, you know, kits. But now because the community have supported this project, we've taken it to another level. So what I normally do, because a lot of you don't see the back scene of what we do, what I will have done in the past is I've got these, then I put the mobile phone, oh sorry, snapped already anyway as well. So that goes in there, then I put the mobile phone there, and then I have it like that, then I do my recording. So what we've got now, as you can see, is two different things entirely. Massive different. This is cheap. This is £500. This is about £20 or £25. This is what I could afford as at the time I was doing all the video blogs that you've been watching. You know, in the last years and years, you know, this is what we've been using. It breaks, we buy another one, you know, but now we've got something different, right? So this is much more powerful. As you can see, the mobile phone is locked. So that means even if I'm moving this like this, the phone stays the way it is because this is a stabilizer. So the phone doesn't go nowhere. So the phone actually stays the way it is. Let's see if, I think if the battery is run down. Okay, it's coming back on again. Right, as you can see, it's coming back on. Okay, the battery is flat. It comes with 2 batteries. That's the second battery. So we're gonna take that off from the. Take that off. Okay. Okay. So that's just the case. So sometimes maybe if I'm doing, you know, my own live video, if I'm doing something, I could just put that on that, and then I could just sit on the table. But this is the way it's going to be if I'm holding it. It's got a very good grip, but also it comes with an extension. I will also be buying the lighting, because sometimes if I'm recording in the dark, a lot of you sometimes, I know you've been bearing with us, you could not complain as much because, but now, you know, I'm going to change the battery. The battery is flat. The battery side goes from there. So I'm going to take off that. And then, as you can see there, I'm going to pull that. Okay. There's a red bit. Be careful because all these little things, it snaps and that's it. So you put the red, you clicked on that, and then that gives you the battery coming out. And I've already got the kit for charging it there at the bottom, as you can see. So I'm going to charge the battery now while I'm going to put the new one. So the battery is on red now, the old one I took off. So I'm going to put in the new battery. This is a Dji Osmo. This is what we're going to be using now for most of all my video blogs. You know, the event that we'll probably be attending as well. We're looking to be at an event later on this evening. We should be able to try it out as well. It's a quality 4K camera. You know, it goes 360 degrees. So let's put in the new battery. The one that I've just, I charged that overnight. So I put that back, click on it. And then if I switch it on now, as you can see. So, okay, yeah, it's coming up. So, as you can see there, so this is going to be a massive difference to what we're doing. You can see that. So, as you can see, right, that tells you, right, to go 360 degrees. Okay, it looks like the battery, I thought I charged the battery overnight, but it's indicating not fully charged. Okay, it seems the battery is flat anyway, but the most important thing is, you know, I'm charging the other one. I thought I charged that overnight, but maybe I did not. Like I said, this came in yesterday. Again, big thank you to Chibimba Folayon, Dr. Abi Akioshun, Prince Adedapo Araromi Omoba, also Mr. Toybudin Oduniyi, Dr. Dayolomu, And I cannot be more than grateful as well to my big cousin that works tirelessly behind the scene, Kazim Sumonu, and also Olayomi that have been supporting with all the gadget. But what you're going to be looking at more from today will be something different. This is the new gadget. This is about 500 pounds. It comes with extra kit as well, but we'll be making a better video shoot, better recording. You can record on its own because it's got a built-in camera, built-in SD card, about 64-bit memory. I've done a bit of recording yesterday, but like I said, I thought I charged the other battery, but it's flat as well, so we could have played you a little bit of the video I did yesterday as well. But I'm charging the second battery at the moment. So this came in yesterday, and what we've been using in the past as well has always been that small HD camcorder, and courtesy of my cousin bought that as well, Olayomi, and that also was that extra camera. But now, as you can see, we've got the Dji Osmo 4K camera HD. It could go 360 degrees, it could go up, down, left. I could zoom in and zoom out as well. And when I'm doing my recording on Facebook live stream, I tested it last night, but in just about 5 minutes or so, there won't be any movement with this because this is completely locked away. So what is doing the job? This is only now like a screen for me to see what I'm doing, so I don't have to concentrate. Even if I'm running, you can run with this as well. It got a lot of different. I could run, and that still doesn't have any impact with the recording. I'm going to show you a lot of that by the time I'm outdoor as well. As you can see there, that's where the SD card is. So it's a beautiful device. I'm still going to do more of my own review as well, but for the time being, this has been added to our collections. We hope to bring the best of Africa, as possible with this, and I'm very positive that by the time we're able to see more people to support, because a lot of people have been sending us messages. We can do a lot with this for those back home as well, because imagine, like I did say, the government just needs to invest in the youth. Imagine if the government, I said it so many times in some of my posts, the government could buy cheap laptop, but reasonable laptop, and send people to the field to bring them data of farmers, even the cars driving on the road. We must know how many of them. I'm sure we don't know how many cars we've got running in Nigeria. So there's a lot of things that the government can put in place as quickly as possible with billions of naira. We don't need too much emphasis on that. So, the community looked at me, saw what I was doing, and they've decided to invest around this. So, you cannot compare this with that. And that's what we are saying. If we want something to be done properly, yes, we've been doing with this. Okay, I got a call coming through. I'll pick that later. If we were using this with just the phone, right, you could see the difference now, this and that. It's two different things. Because what this was actually doing before, we were plugging the phone on that, but now we've got the phone plugged on that with an extra bit of camera, with a lot of features that we can be using as well. So it's a massive, massive difference. This is just a tripod on its own, but the reason why I have that before was, a lot of people, and I need to tell a lot of you that does live Facebook, I know it's easy to hold your phone, upright like that. But if I were you, if I'm doing regular Facebook stream, it's always good to have the phone, lying like that, because what you're actually doing is, if you have it this way, in this direction, by the time your audience are watching the video, they are watching it like someone, the way you're watching me now, which is more like a TV. But if you have it like that, because it's easy to hold, and you have the phone like that, and you're doing, have it like that, and then what you could do is you could buy a very cheap on eBay, for those of you living in the United Kingdom or abroad, or I'm sure they sell it in Nigeria as well, because it's very difficult to hold your hand, you know, for a very long time. Thank you very much, my big uncle all the way from America, Uncle Kenny. I can see you logged in. It's the first time I'm seeing you, Uncle. I know you've been watching me, but I don't see you all the time. What's the time now? Okay, probably just still, are you just awake? Because how many hours behind now? 6 hours? I'm sure you're probably getting ready for work. We already told me. So you could get this for your Facebook live stream, and this could go, you know, you could extend it. I do use this sometimes as well. So rather than having your phone, I'll remove this because the battery is still charging. What we're talking about today is the Dji Osmo. So what I've been using before. This is what I've been using in the past. I've been using that tripod. I've been using that as well. But now the community have invested in me by getting this for me, £500, but it's still not the end. We still have to buy a proper lighting so that when I'm walking in the dark, you know, I could get that attached to that. It comes with all the attachment. It also comes with this extra microphone as well. It comes with a tripod as well. But I'm still going to have to buy a few more bits as well around it. But for the time being, this will make a big difference. You know, the microphone itself alone is about £100. But I bought this as a package altogether. So I was able to bargain a little bit. But for the time being, you know, this will make a big difference compared to that. But if you are just on your own for the time being, and you do a lot of Facebook live stream, and you want your audience to really enjoy what you're doing, I will show you the way you should have the phone rather than having it the other way around. So while we're still charging this is a diary blog that we'll be doing frequently to tell the audience, especially those in Africa, in Nigeria. It might be expensive to purchase in Nigeria, but like I said, if we have more people that are able to invest around us as well, then we can be able to take this back home, empower a lot of people. You know, they can train them on that. Not just train them, make use of it as well. Imagine if someone have this, you know, working in the farm, there's a lot of things that can be done, you know, with this. This kit is like a production. You could do a movie with this. You might think I'm joking. You could do a big movie with it. You know, you could type it on Google and say Dji Osmo. So I'm going to remove that. So let's see. I want to take up my phone. Gotta be careful with that. Okay. So I've removed the phone. So this is what I was using in the past. I'll start with this tripod. So what I used to do when I go to do my live stream, like I was saying to you, whenever you're doing your post, never hold the phone like this. If you're doing a lot of Facebook live stream, it's good because it's easy for you to hold it and you're talking. But you're better off like that. So if you're doing, you know, your Facebook, right, all the time, you should have your phone this way rather than this way. Because if your audience are watching you at home or watching the video later on, it doesn't give them that same picture view like you're watching a proper TV. So what I used to do when I go out, you know, that face me, I put that up like that, and this is what I was doing. Before a lot of the community leaders and my director said, no, we need to change that, we need to upgrade. So this is what I was using. You cannot compare that now with this. So it's two different, as you can see there. So this is what I was doing with the live stream, bringing it to you. But from henceforth, this is what we're going to be using. And I'm charging the battery. The battery is already, I thought I charged the second battery yesterday, but the battery looks flat. But so I just wait for the battery to charge a little bit. So you can see that it's two massive different. This is the Dji Osmo, it's 500 pounds, but the tripod was 20 pounds. But if I'm doing my video and I have to move, you know, as you can see, you know, you will see like a bit of sometimes when I'm doing my video, it looks like maybe I'm falling down. I'm not falling down, but it's just the tripod. So I have to manage it. So when I'm doing my video, and sometimes maybe it goes like that. But with this now, even if I turn like that, as long as I've locked the camera to position itself to the angle I want it, even if I move like that, the camera still stands on that same position because the camera could go 360 degrees. And that's the beauty of this. You know, it's not a small kit. It's just a massive production with this. So, and also I use that as well. Imagine if you've got a lot of reporters and you have to get your story out there. So what I will do is I will take this out. So let's remove this tripod. And then I'll put that like that. And then this will go that way. Okay. And this is what I will have used as well in the past. Very beautiful kit as well. It does a lot of work for me. It will still do a lot of work as well. I'm not throwing them away, so don't think I'm throwing them away yet. In Africa, we don't throw anything away. Everything has to be useful. Even my son has been hijacking some of them already. So, okay. So what I will do is I will have that like that. And sometimes if we have to do a recording and there's a lot of journalists out there, so this is what we use. You know, this is another device. But again, you cannot compare that with this. It's two different things entirely. This is the Dji Osmo and this is just a selfie stick. These you can use, I've seen a lot of people when they go to the birthday party or event, you know, they attach this and they use it for picture. But when they are doing their live Facebook, they don't use this, and I'm trying to figure out why. Because it's always good to have your phone in that position when you're doing your live Facebook, or even if you're recording. A lot of people, when they're recording, they tend to have the phone like this. Always have it like that, and you will get a better view. So I hope you're able to see that. So it's always good to have it this way rather than that way. I know it's easy to hold the phone on, you know, but it's always good to have it this way. Again, as usual, my name is Olayomi Koiki. We're back again tomorrow, Naija Voices. I've got, you know, 3 beautiful guests in tomorrow, so you don't want to miss the show tomorrow. Make sure you join us live on Wednesday tomorrow from 7 p.m. I'll be speaking to you know, the 2017 Queen of Ebony. So we'll be on my radio tomorrow, the 3 of them and the runner-up. You know, it's going to be a beautiful show. And also we're speaking to the Director of Records and Archives of Lagos State Government. So make sure, you know, you call in and ask questions, you know, importance of, you know, I've already listed all my questions that I'll be asking them, but you could participate as well on the show. So make sure, you know, you join me tomorrow, Naija Voices, between the hours of 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., where we'll be speaking to Dr. Kolawole Oseni. Also, there's a lot happening, you know, this weekend as well. The G Plus event is coming up on the 16th at Manchester. Make sure you get your ticket. Then also tonight there's an event at the City Hall at the Mayor's office where they'll be having a network event. In November, Yaba Tech at 70 is coming up as well, and also the TAR program is coming up as well in October. So also follow us on all the social media, the Twitter, the Instagram. We've just been able to log into Tumblr as well. We've got to connect with all the social media. So make sure you follow us and be part of the journey. But the most important thing is for those that have watched, so when you're looking at a very better quality, make sure you remember that is the Dji Osmo that will be doing most of the work now compared to the tripod. So the tripod now, we stay at home, and that goes with us whenever we're going out. It comes with this lovely bag. But I'll still hold on to this because sometimes I might not need to have that set up. Maybe just as a quick, sometimes there's a story that you just have to broadcast quickly, and this one takes a bit of time to set up as well. But we'll be giving you a daily post on how this new device that was purchased and delivered to us yesterday. We'll see how it's going to work, and then also how we can be able to help along the line for those back home, in whatever ways, if the community, the diaspora, because we're looking at working on a project in the next 6 months in Nigeria. More details about that will be coming very soon when I'll be in Nigeria myself. So to empower, the youth on ground in Nigeria. So I'll be in Nigeria in about 6 months, and it would be nice to at least have about 3 of these with me when I'm traveling, and we can empower these with them. They can do a lot of things as well. This is what we were using as well in the past, and also we had that bit of the camcorder that does most of the recording, but I could do all my recording as well straight from these. So for those that have logged in, we would like to say a big thank you to you all the time. It's another Wednesday coming tomorrow. You want to be part of the show, make sure you are not left behind. And also, if you want us to be part of maybe you might be having a meeting and you want to transmit that to all your old students outside the country, let us know and we can come down, and work out a very good price for you to, broadcast it live streaming, because you are having the meeting. Those in America, those in Nigeria wants to follow the meeting. So, and almost everybody's got a Facebook page. So that means if we come to you and we kick in the live stream, your audience back home will be able to follow the proceeding of the meeting. If you have a birthday that is coming and you want to live stream it for the family that might not be able to travel down, let us know. If you have a burial, that you want us to be part of it and live stream and broadcast to the audience as well globally, do contact us as well. All the numbers, a lot of you, for those watching on YouTube, we've got the numbers scrolling, but for those of you watching on Facebook, you can contact me through the Facebook Messenger. Or if you have a rally, you could have anything, because there's a lot happening. You might have a rally coming up and you want us to be part of it, you want us to transmit it live, remember, we'll be able to give you a very good quality transmit. Now, we've been doing the best with the ones that we have, but now, this will go a long way to what we are doing. So if you want us to, be part of your live stream for your rally, your birthday, your wedding, if your wedding is coming up and you want maybe some of your audience that could not travel down from all over the world to be watching the event live as it's taking place, do get in touch with us and we can broadcast the event live. Also, when we get to Nigeria, hopefully before the end of the year, this will be going with us, but it will be lovely to have at least another extra 2, and those extra 2 will be used only to empower the youth back home. So if you think you love what you're saying and you want to support the cause of when we're going for the youth empowerment program in Nigeria, get in touch with us. And like I said, they could do quite a lot with these and the other kits, because you might think YouTube is just YouTube. A lot of the youth back home can plug onto YouTube and make things better for themselves, whether they are sewing, whether they're a trader, whether they're working Alaba market, whether they're working, it doesn't matter whatever they have. We just need to enhance the technology, with what they're doing, because a lot of people have got good things that they're doing back home, but for those outside the country, we need to use the right equipment, the right technology, to bring the story out as quickly as possible. Imagine if we empower the youth, and say to them, we're not selling it to you, we're not giving it to you for free, but we give you, maybe in about 20 of you, go out there to your state, or your community, and bring out a story, that we can then put on your, on your channel, on your YouTube, and that way you could start making a bit of extra income. A lot of people can make income, online now. Online is where things are going now. I went to one of the stores. I don't have to name them because I don't get paid for that. But what amazed me was looking at the way technology has not been used, to eliminate a lot of the stuff in the supermarket. It makes me wonder, if they used to have, let's say, about 20 or 25 staff working on the till, but now they've got all this machine where you just go in, boom, you punch it yourself, you pay yourself, you don't have to talk to anybody. And well, maybe if you have a problem, just one person is assisting the whole machine. I counted the machine there in the store yesterday, just about 10 of them, and only one person controlling those 10 machines. So what has actually happened is the technology have taken the job away from, the 10 staff that were manning all these cash machine. All these pay points where they were making the payment if you're checking out. So if you look at it, that tells you the technology is actually, taking away the jobs in the supermarket. But then the technology can add value as well. But you as an individual, you need to be able to understand that, you need to be able to use that to be able to assist yourself. So, and this is what, Dji Osmo will be doing as well. It's just unfortunate that the boat battery is flat. But what this kit is doing is, it could go 360 degrees. I was listening to, I've not listened to it, but I was reading the article, Dotun Oloworo Paraku was in Ghana and was talking about the, technology around agriculture. This alone can do a lot. Imagine if, the youth in Ghana have got this kit and they're able to transmit live, from the farm, what they're doing, how they need more people to support it. So that's what we're saying, using the technology is where things are moving to. So, and if you're not part of it, it will be too late. So it is very important, I can live stream with you on Facebook, and I'm doing the same thing on YouTube. So simultaneously, I'm transmitting live, on 2 different channels. I could do the same thing if I wanted to go on Instagram as well. I could do the same thing on Twitter. How do we help the youth back in African country? That is what we should be thinking of, and we can do that if we all continue to work collectively rather than blaming the government, at any point of time. We will ask the government for accountability at any point of time, but it's very important that, the community were able to come together and we were able to purchase these for just over, £500. And like I said, I wouldn't have been able to do that myself, because what I could afford, and that's what is affecting a lot of the youth back home. That's what I could afford, and it does the job, but it's just that the quality was different. You cannot compare a selfie stick and a tripod with a device of this where technology is actually the cutting edge. So they were using this as well before, but they've moved away from this and they're not using that. And I can tell you that even as much as this is a new gadget, if you type it on Google or YouTube, you realize that it's a big thing in America, it's a big thing in Europe, it's a big thing in Canada. A lot of people are using this to create, very beautiful, at their own chip. They can do a lot of production. So if we're able to have 20 youth or 10 youth together and say, look, we're giving you this, you make sure it doesn't damage. If it damage, it will be your responsibility to buy it. But what we want to do is, we lease it to you, right, where you take it at the time you want to start a production, whether you want to talk about your state in tourism, in agriculture, in trade, in Oshodi, in Ghana, in Kenya, in Zimbabwe, and all this will then add up, and we can build, the economy like that. you know, and this is what the you know, the community have been able to purchase, you know, about £500, 4K camera, you know, very powerful. Like I said, it's going to take me about 6 months or maybe more to get to understand the whole features around it. So, but the most important thing is, you know, Nigeria diaspora, you know, we continue to bring the best of Africa wherever it is. Make sure you join us again on Star Radio. I was telling my mom, you can listen to radio now through, you know, online. You don't have to have this, you know, radio in the house. So we downloaded the Tune In, and you know, it blew her mind away because she was able to just listen to a radio station in Ibadan just like that. And this is what we are telling the youth back home as well. Spend most of your time engage with the things that will make you, you know, we do understand, you know, electricity is very important, you know, to be able to make all these things work as well. And it's very easy for us to be saying you do something, but the electricity is very, you know, without the electricity, without the constant electricity, there's not much, you know, we can tell you to do as well. But notwithstanding, don't give an excuse because there's no electricity, then you just fold your hands and you're not doing anything. You know, that is unacceptable. As long as you're on Facebook, the moment you're on Facebook, that means you're doing something with your little device. Remember, I've done over 600 videos, and I've been doing these videos not just today, in the last maybe 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, but I've always been using the mobile phone. So you could do the same thing, you know, with your little bit of data that you have, you know, even if it's 2-3 minutes, you know, make something unique from your street, not just, you know, a lot of people just think because, you know, there's an accident on 3rd Mainland Bridge, you know, they can use that. And no, we don't want to see that. Do something productive. Tell us, you know, about the masquerade. Tell us about the carnival. Tell us about things that we don't know. A lot of people are outside the country that are eager for news and information. You know, it's content. So rather than you thinking because you're driving through Ujuelegba and you see these two people fighting and you think we want to see that, we're not interested in that because that doesn't help you in the long run. So you can be more productive with that little bit device that you've got in your hand, no matter how small it is. So, you know, I've been using this for a very long time. You know, it's got a cracked screen there, but I'm still managing it. And it's been doing, I mean, you can testify, you know, as the audience watching this. You know, if you go back to all the video that we've done in the past, you'll be amazed that, wow, so this is the phone doing all this job. I thought this guy had a proper camera like that. No, it's just the phone. But what the community leaders have done, and my friends and family, right, is they've added that to the new device. And this will now, you know, I can do, you know, proper capture of video, whether I'm on YouTube, whether I'm on Facebook, whether I'm not online, I can still do my recording because it's got a built-in, you know, SD card. And this is what we are saying. So you can be on the go and be a production director. You don't have to carry a lot. People are amazed when I tell them that, you know, live stream is going places. People think, you know, it's back in the days where they want to live stream, they bring in all this big van. Yes, you can do that if you have the money. Like, I don't want to mention their name, you know, all these big media, you know, organizations. But if you're still someone that really wants to capture what is happening, you know, then you can't wait to having all these big trucks. So all you need is just that. As long as you've got data on it, boom, you know, you connect online to the global village. And this is what you need to think about. This is what you need to look into, you know, rather than sitting down and fold your hands and think miracle will solve the problem. Miracle is not going to come and solve any problem. It's just the reality of it. If you're thinking the miracle, you know, will come down, you know, to sort out, you know, what you're going through, you know, everyone has a story. So you as an individual, you know, in that community, you know what is pressing in that community. You can make a change as well. If it's the children that needs to be taken care of in that community, you know, if it's a flood that you think you can add value to it, don't sit down and fold your hands and think, you know, miracle will sort the problem. You know, you'll be amazed that sometimes I look at a few people Instagram page and I'm thinking, what have they got on their page? It's just pictures. Pictures of cars, pictures of plants. Imagine how many plants in Nigeria, in all the 36 states, how many plants in Kenya, in Zimbabwe, in South Africa, in Uganda, in Congo. that a lot of us doesn't know about. So if you are just taking your phone on a day-to-day, take a nice picture of a plant and write it right up on it, because you live in that community. So you know, someone must have tell you, you know, this plant does this. Even if it's your language, write it in your language. Google can translate it to us. So you don't even have to understand English. Write it in Kigali, in whatever, in Yoruba, in whatever language you think, you know, you're comfortable with. And just post it on Facebook. Post it on your Instagram page. And you'll be amazed that, you know, curiosity of people that have not seen those plants will be thinking, wow, maybe if we come down to Kenya, if we come down to Uganda, if we go down to Cameroon where you're based, you will be that same person that they will be able to use as a tour guide. Tour guide is a big business in UK. You see them all the time, the bosses. So even if you don't have the boss, but for the fact that you're putting out quality pictures or content of your country, of your community, imagine, you know, anyone from abroad, not even your citizens, it could be anyone traveling from any part of the world wants to come down to your country, and they're able to see that this particular boy, this particular girl, or whatever you are, you know, is putting out good content. Then they will approach you and say, look, you know, we're going to be traveling down, you know, how can we, you know, see that stream? There's a stream, I think, it's in Ondo State, where there's cold water and hot water. You can be live streaming that and you'll be amazed. You're still waiting for the government, you know, to sort that out. The government is too busy now. The government should be thinking of that, but they're not thinking of it. Why you as an individual, as long as you got data on your phone and you're on Facebook, rather than, you know, talking about politics that they won't change things now. But what we should be preparing for in 2019, that you can work on that and get your PVC and mobilize people. But for the time being, to be able to support yourself, your community, you know, your friends and family in wherever you are residing in, you know, in African country, you could add value. Why do you think, you know, the other ethnic minority are traveling down to come and do video? I saw, you know, a couple came down to Nigeria, I can't remember when, recently, and they were riding on their bicycle from Lagos to Ile-Ife. And you're thinking, and that's a story, because for every time they're driving, they're doing a documentary along the line. So this is what we've been talking about. It's called the Dji Osmo. I'm just saying, maybe I should try to see if the battery is charged a little bit, so we can have a view of it before we round up this blog. We should round up very soon. For those that have joined, thank you very much. For those that will be watching this video later on, it's just a new device that was purchased and delivered yesterday. Okay, let's now plug the second battery. The battery, I've been told from all the review, only lasts 1 hour. So what I plan to do is I'm going to get another extra, because someone like me, you know, when I'm doing my live stream, sometimes it goes up to 4 hours, which is the maximum Facebook allow you to do live stream. And I'm sure a lot of you that have been watching what we do online, you realize that we do up to 4 hours. So I have to get another like 3 extra batteries fully charged. So if I'm using 1 hour, 15 minutes of the battery, I can easily you know, take that off, put the next one. But I'll have to make sure I've got at least 4 batteries. But at the moment, I've only got 2 batteries. So that means if I'm doing a live stream on Facebook, I will not get that amount of battery life for the 4 hours. I hope they will be able to upgrade the battery life on it, which will be very good. But as you know, if any new device comes out or gadget, you know, more upgrade and upgrade will come in along the line. But the beauty of it is, like I said, is I'm going to switch it on back, but I want to connect my phone back with it. This is a diary blog that will be coming to you frequently, telling you what Dji Osmo. And for those of you watching our video from henceforth, anytime I'm doing a video now and I will be using this particular Dji Osmo, I will put it under it, you know, diary blog 1. So that means from henceforth, we'll start adding that, so that, you know, you will understand that this is what we were using. If we are not using it, I'll also, you know, try as much as possible, you know, to mention that when I'm doing my video or when we're doing any of our events. We're not promoting Dji Osmo, but it's just, you know, it's out there already. It's a new device, I've been watching this for the last 6 months, more than 6 months, that I wanted to buy it, but the money was not just coming to be able to purchase it. But in conjunction with the names I've mentioned at the beginning of the show, Dr. Abe Akioshun, also Dr. Dji Osmo, Chibimba Folayan, also Prince Adedapo Araromi, Nigeria Diaspora CEO, Toibudin Oduniyi. We'd like to say a big thank you for making this device a reality, because without this, I'll still be using my old tripod. So what I'm trying to do now, I'm trying to connect it back. Hopefully the battery will be charged enough to let us go through it again, because I wanted to show you, okay, as you can see, that's it. So what this does is, oh, I've put the video camera in the wrong direction. Okay, I gotta take it out back, because the camera on my phone, okay, no, is on the right direction. Yeah, no, it's on the right direction. Okay, that's it. Okay, I got a call coming through. I gotta have to pick that call later, because if I pick that, it's gonna disturb what I'm doing now. Okay. Let's see if we can now connect it back again. Hopefully the battery, yeah, it's booting up now. As you can see, it goes 360 degrees. It goes up, it goes down. So what I'm doing now, I'm connecting it to the apps on my phone. I'm just waiting for the connection, because this connects with the Wi-Fi in the house, or maybe when I'm outdoor. Like I said, I'm gonna have to learn a lot on this. Is like like going to school, but the most important thing is I will update you. Maybe you might be looking at it today and thinking, wow, I will save towards it. I have my own project that I do. I need something, similar. I don't want something too big. I can't afford it, but I can buy maybe 500 or 600 pounds of these. So, but let's see if we can. Normally it should tell me that the camera is connected to my apps, but I need to go back into my settings on my phone. I hope you're following me. And go back to my Wi-Fi. I have to take the BT off and then put it on Dji Osmo, because then that will be pairing with my phone. So hopefully, yeah, that's connected. It keeps saying the signal not connected, but it picks it up, no internet connection. So, but I have to read more on that as well. But as you can see now, you will realize that is green. I don't know whether you can see it properly, because I'm running on 2 channels. I'm running on the YouTube and also on Facebook. But it's connected now, so I'll connect that. And what that says, it tells me if I'm ready. And then hold it still, which I'm doing now. Hold the Osmo upright. Okay, and continue. Turn it right, turn it left. Okay, it says connection is lost again. Wait and see. Let's show you what I did yesterday for the recording. So let's see. I'm not sure why the connection keeps dropping all the time. I still need to read on that properly. I would have thought, well, the apps should just connect through your own internal Wi-Fi at home, but I don't know why they've done it in a way that it's bringing out its own Wi-Fi name as Dji Osmo. I wouldn't understand the reason behind, but I'm sure maybe, like I said, because the new device, as time goes on, they'll be able to upgrade and change all these. But the most important thing is it indicates on your Wi-Fi setting, the name of the Dji Osmo, and then you just put the default password 12341234. But the problem is, it keeps going back and saying the internet connection is poor. So what I'm planning to do now is to see if I can at least show you the recording I did yesterday on the device itself. Because for me to use it as a screen, it needs to tell me it's connected. So let's see if we can at least show you. Yeah, it's not connecting yet, so that means As you can see, it goes. Okay, let's go back. Still loading. But like I said, it's going to be a kind of training on this new device that was just delivered yesterday, and this is called Dji Osmo. It's a 4K camera, HD. You could take pictures, you could do recording without the mobile phone, but the only reason why you're connecting with the mobile phone, remember, it doesn't come with a screen, it's just the camera. So what they've done is your phone becomes like the screen to operate it. So that's just the difference. But okay, as you can see, goes down, it goes 360 degree, 360 degree. And then you can also use your hand, you know, whatever direction, but it's got the that bit. Let's put that down. It's got that connection just at the behind it, where, okay, now it looks like it's kicked in. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. I can move it, move it. I can move it back again. I could take it up, down, up, up. If I want to view the sky, maybe in the late night when I'm doing when the moon is full, as you can see, I could bring it down to me if I want to talk to myself as a selfie. And also the beauty of this Rode is, you know, I'm sure a lot of you, if you know more about these type of microphones, they're very good microphones. So now you'll be able to hear. Okay, I've picked up the signal again. Let's connect the Osmo. Hopefully the signal is more full. It's telling me I've got a full signal, but it keeps dropping. So I don't know whether it's just my reception in the house. But when I'm outdoor, I'll be able to tell you if I'm getting a good signal, you know. But my phone is picking up my internet Wi-Fi in the house. So, but I don't know why Dji Osmo is not picking it as I would have loved it to. So let's go back to the apps now. Well, now it's telling me it's connected. So now it's saying ready, hold it still, which I'm doing. Right, left, down. Okay, continue. Stick to the left. You see it keeps coming back as connection lost. So that I still have to figure out why, you know, this connection keeps dropping. Maybe if I go down to outside and connect with another Wi-Fi, maybe it might be different. But maybe I have to speak to my service provider to understand why, you know, I'm losing the signal. But I've read a little bit of trade on that on the YouTube. But the beauty of this device is you cannot compare that with what we were using before, which is the tripod and the selfie stick. So the tripod and the selfie stick was what I was using to do a lot of my video blog. But now, for the community leaders that says you must add and enhance, this is doing a proper picture taking, not just a picture, video capturing as well. Is about 500 pounds without the extras. You know, when you're buying a Range Rover now, they'll tell you extras. So this is just the kit. So if you want to sponsor, you know, the extra bit as well, nothing is too small. Again, a big thank you to my friends, my family that have been the backing of most of the logistics. But in this particular device that you're looking in front of me, I would like to say very big appreciation to, again, Dr. Abe Akinyosun, Chief Bimbo Folayan, Prince Adedapo Araromi, Dr. Olayomi. I'm not leaving behind the CEO of Nigeria Diaspora, Chief. Well, I'm calling him Chief because I'm sure very soon, you know, he's going to be a chief. But for the time being, you know, Mr. Toibudin Oduniyi. And I can also say a big thank you as well to my two guru, technical reviewer, because you know this brain, when you are out there doing recording, you must have people behind the scene that don't come on the camera. Wale Olayinka and Kazim Sumonu Kasobaba, you know, for making the review, because we have to review this. Is it the right thing to use, you know, for what I do? I can run with this as well. So if I'm, you know, I could run, you know, I could do. So let's say if you want us to cover, and this is the reality, and we've looked at all this review because there's a lot of event that we have to cover. Some might be have to run. So if I'm running now, so what it's actually doing is, you know, it stays still while I could do the running, right? So it's not having any effect to this, and I can lock this up so that there's a section on it. So if I lock it, the camera doesn't even move. I, you know, tell the camera where I want it. But for the time being, as you can see, you know, it can rotate back and forward on a 360 degree. So depending on where I want to send it to, but I'm trying to show you the video I did yesterday. But like I said, I'm still not impressed with the connection of the Wi-Fi. That I don't know why that is happening. I still have to learn more. It takes 6 months to understand this small kit. It's not a small. This is used for shooting movie. So if you're in Nigeria, or if you're anywhere in Africa, and you're thinking you need to start your movie production as well, and you're looking for a kind of you know, someone to work with you, you can think of this small gadget as well. So it's a beautiful kit, as you can see. I could send it up, I could send it back. The videos that I've done and that I'll be doing with it, I'll be putting that as well on YouTube. So you can also comment, send a message. If you're thinking of buying a gadget yourself, you want me to have a look at it, you know, give you my own advice with my other colleagues that will work behind the scenes, send us a message, we could do that. But the reason why we've got this particular one is because we want to make sure no event is saying we cannot cover it. If someone said to me, Yomi, you know, I'm running for a charity, and I want you to, you know, come and cover that event, and we'll, you know, we'll talk about the price and all that. We can then cover that event. If someone is saying to me they're just having a wedding, you know, and they want to, because you remember, if there's a wedding, sometimes there's a lot of people. So I can attach this. It's got the slot. I could attach, you know, the tripod. I've not even checked the tripod because I'm still, and I don't want to break it. It's a new gadget, so let's put this one side. So I could extend this. I need to understand. Okay, see. So I could attach that tripod to open. Okay, close. Okay, now that's it. It's not the best I would love to get, but for the time being, it will do just about, because I would love the tripod to be a very big one, so that because if not, I will have to hold it all the time, and sometimes you just want to let it do its job, sit down on the tripod while you're doing your other bit. But for the time being, this will do a little bit as well. So this is the tripod for that. I can attach that tripod on it, and still use that, you know, as a supporting tools. But like I said, nothing is too small. If you still want to be able to sponsor as well, do let us know. Get in touch with us, and we'll make sure, you know, we'll appreciate you as well. Okay, let's lock that back. Back, and then I close that, and that is locked. It comes with a very beautiful bag as well, which was sent with the device. So, but like I said, the most important thing I'm still, you know, from my own review, is I'm finding it difficult for it pairing with my Wi-Fi in the house. I've rebooted my Wi-Fi all the time, but it keeps telling me the signal connection is very poor, no internet connection, and I need that internet connection because I'm actually using the apps. At exactly 1 o'clock, we're going to round up this this video blog, because I need to get ready for later on this evening. But the most important thing is we appreciate everyone that will be watching this video later on. For those of you that are already online, I could see you. Thank you very much for everybody that have joined. In about 6 months or so, we're planning to come down to Nigeria and empower a lot of the youth out there. But the most important thing is if you're thinking I could sponsor one of these, 2 of these, 3 of these for us to take back home when the time comes, do let us know. But like I said, I could do a lot of production work on these. You know, all they just need to get a laptop or computer. So when they do their filming, they come back like into the studio. Then they can do their editing and whatever. And then they can put it on the YouTube. They could put it on the Facebook. They could do it as a CD, as a DVD. And we could then start making things work, you know, for the youth back home. So we're looking at anyone that wants to sponsor as well. Do let us know. 5 people. Yeah, 5, yeah. Yeah, 5 people were able to come together, about £500 to get this for us to keep going. But like I said, any of your events, you've got the number, send us an email. Do let us know in time if you want us to live stream. You're having a meeting, maybe old student association meeting, club meetings, and you think, how do we share that meeting with those back home? You've got a Facebook page that you know is a group Facebook. So if I'm live streaming, it would maybe just be from your own channel. It might not be maybe another meeting, you don't want anybody to know. So it might just be a private club. You all have a Facebook page that is a closed group. No one will be able to watch that video. But the most important thing is just to send a circular to all your colleagues around the world, even when they're at work, that the meeting will be held at this particular day, time, and we're going to be live streaming it. We could do that as well. We could do your naming, your christening, your wedding, your burial, you name it, whatever it is, your birthday party, your rally. So even if the rally is not in London, is in Manchester, or is in Lagos, whatever it is, do let us know. I'm very positive that you will get an outstanding quality result, you know, with this new and beautiful gadget that we've just acquired. Again, thank you very much to everyone that have logged in. If you're in Manchester this weekend, you know, there's a big event coming up this weekend in Manchester, you know, the G+, make sure you're part of that as well. And for those of you watching, listen to, you know, the 3 beautiful queens from the Ebony that took place in July. They're going to be in my studio tomorrow. We'll be asking them questions, what they're going to be doing, you know, as a winner and the runner-up, you know, for the community, not just in the United Kingdom, for also in Africa, because they, you know, they're now like an ambassador, at least for the next 1 year. So we're going to be asking them those questions. And also, for those that want to know more about, you know, records. You know, records is very important, you know, in whatever we do, in our digital footprint, you know, who keeps all these records? How can we access some of these records? Is there freedom of information, you know, in Lagos? You know, can you send a letter to Lagos State and say, I need that information, you know, and they'll say, okay, like in United Kingdom, you could pay £10, you know, because you have to pay the administrative fee, but you can request for, you know, some information. Some, they will not give you everything, but they'll still at least and try as much as possible to. So who keeps records in Lagos State? You don't want to miss that interview tomorrow. It's in studio with me, not over the telephone. We're going to be in the studio together, not one and only Dr. Kola Oseni, the Director of Records and Archives in Lagos State. You don't want to miss that interview. Who keeps records? Where are all the records kept? Is it in Oshodi? Is it in Agege? Or is it on the cloud online? How can we access, you know, some of this information, you know, in Lagos State, you know, to empower, you know, ourselves, you know, where does that information comes from? You want to make sure you join me tomorrow from 7 p.m. where I will be interviewing, you know, Dr. Kola Oseni. And you also want to make sure you join Tokumbo's Kitchen. You know, she'll be speaking to us over the phone. Yesterday, was a second year anniversary. Tokumbo's Kitchen. You want to make sure you join Tokumbo's Kitchen, telling us what she's been doing in the last 2 years. How the other ethnic minority, we know in Nigeria we eat our own food, but what she has been doing is amazing, because she's been able to sell African food, to the white, to the Indians, to the Pakistan, and how she's been able to do all that. Let's find out from Tokumbo's Kitchen tomorrow, because the other time I saw a picture, of my beautiful other ethnic minority, the white English guy eating beans and gari, and I'm thinking, gari, they halofu, that tells you, we're going places. So Tokumbo's Kitchen will be able to tell us more about that. And it's a very 3-in-1. It's a tight show tomorrow, but we squeeze everything in, and we'll be speaking again to Besom Oluwaseun in Ogun State as usual. Also is still on strike. Lekon Kuku, I can see you there. Thank you very much. Is that, yeah? Okay. No, it's not Lekon Kuku. I think it's just my wife downstairs sending the message. Okay. The most important thing is, also we'll be able to give you, why is also, I'm going to hold him responsible for all this strike. He told me last week on the radio, they're going to speak to them by Thursday, everything will be, but they're still on strike. The doctors are on strike. Agbeson will be able to give us an update on that, what is happening, not just in Ogun State, but generally in Nigeria as well, of what is, because, that is his own sector, education. So we need to know, education is very important. Like I was telling you before we round up, once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki. For those of you that will be watching this video later, follow us on this diary blog that will be coming to you frequently. We'll be telling you, and whenever you're watching our video, I will always indicate the ones I've been able to use the Dji Osmo along with, so that you know that, okay, is the capture okay? Is this, you'll be able to tell us and give us a feedback. So this is it. Once more, it's called the Dji Osmo with our phone attached to it. But what is actually doing the job? Like I said, that makes the difference. It's just the that camera that is spinning around there at 360 degrees. I could pick to myself. No, come face me, that's it. Let me smile, that's it. So all these will be a diary blog from today. We'll be giving you an update. Maybe in the next 3 years, we'll be able to come back and review more of all the videos that we've done using this device. But if you think you want to sponsor, or you think we want to empower someone back home, when we're going back in the next 6 months or so back to Nigeria, we're planning to have a project, empowerment. Get in touch with us, and you could, be helping someone on the other side of the planet, wherever you're watching this video from later on, because I know this video will be watched, especially when it's Dji Osmo. It's a very hot cake on the market at the moment, and people talk about it, they review about it. I will tell you from the African perspective, not from the African perspective, what this is going to do, because we want to make sure that if we're telling people to get one for themselves, we want to make sure it's the right thing that they got to get. So remember that from the African perspective. Olayomi Koiki, Dji Osmo. Thank you everyone that have logged in. Follow us on all the social media, Twitter, Instagram. Remember, hashtag, whenever you're sending our message out, hashtag Olayomi Koiki 2017 or just Olayomi Koiki, hashtag Nigeria Diaspora. Make us part of your next event, and you'll be grateful that you've done so. But once again, I'd like to say thank you very much. And from those watching on Facebook, we're going to log off now. And from those watching on YouTube as well, we're signing out in about a few minutes. But once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki. Thank you, and have a good afternoon. And you might see me at CB Connect, where we're going to be trying the first device from the African perspective. Have a good afternoon.